welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we'll be discussing the cardiovascular system, which is mainly the heart that we'll be looking at and also a bit of the lungs. So let's get straight into it. Let's start with our systemic body. Basically, blood has to travel through the heart and blood carries oxygen. So let's start with the superior/inferior vena cava. Basically, where it starts up here. Basically, this is where the blood starts to go in through the heart, and now after it gets into the heart, it goes through what is called the right atrium. Blood goes through here. All right. Now, after that, we have to go down to what is also known as the right ventricle, but there is a valve called the tricuspid valve, which is basically this, which connects. This is the tricuspid valve here. Now it needs to try to go to the lungs, so it could go through capillaries, which is basically vein or arteries connecting to veins. Now the difference between arteries and veins, basically arteries are low pressure or high pressure blood, and veins are low pressure blood. And the capillaries just connect them between the two, like a car intersection, and those like big bridges that you see in freeways. Now, after the blood goes to the right ventricle, now it goes through what is known as the pulmonary valve, okay? So after the pulmonary valve, which is this basically right here, basically it goes through what is called the pulmonary artery. Let's put PA for short. Pulmonary valve only carries deoxygenated blood, so that's a cool fact you need to keep in mind. Then after that, the pulmonary artery gets blood and actually starts to turn into oxygenated blood, which is basically the arteries and the veins, intersecting. Basically, kind of something like this, where these are the arteries and this is the veins. This is the veins, and this is the capillaries. Capillaries are not that big since they're like the intersections, not the whole strip of blood ways. Now, after the pulmonary artery, we are going to hit the pulmonary vein. I think pulmonary stands for lungs, from what I believe. Let's put PV for short. The pulmonary vein basically carries oxygenated blood from the lungs to the heart, which then goes to the left atrium. Now, the oxygenated blood is at the left atrium, and it has to go through a valve. If you know what it is, say it with me. 1, 2, 3. Mitral valve, which is all the way here. After the mitral valve, the blood goes to the left ventricle. It's a very similar process from the right side of the heart, but it basically is just different names and things like that. Now, you may guess that, it might go through a valve, which is true. Now, try to guess which valve. 3, 2, 1. The aortic valve. Now it goes to the aortic valve, then hits the aorta, which is the biggest or the longest artery in our body. And then basically it's just a cycle, basically spreads out throughout the body with the blood and oxygenated blood, and basically it's just a cycle. Now you have deoxygenated air going to oxygenated, turning to oxygenated, and basically that's how the blood works. That's what the blood does. So that's why our heart is one of our most important organs in the body. And that's basically it, guys. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. and subscribe.